Hello everyone, welcome back after like what, a year? Bruh. Yeah, I don't even know what to say at this point, but anyway, I covered how to beat region rainbows and Moabs, and now it's finally time for the ZOMG. So yeah, in this video I'm going to be showing you 10 easy and effective ways to beat the ZOMG in BTD battles. But it's not going to be any old ZOMG. No, I will show you how to defend around 31 ZOMG. So this tutorial could actually be very helpful for you. Also, as you will see in this video, I didn't use sandbox mode while showcasing these strategies to make it a bit more realistic. So as you can imagine, this took a long time to record. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Let's see if we can hit 10 likes and let's get started. Alright, so our first strategy here is the ice, the helipilot and the farm. Now you could also use an eco strategy, doesn't really matter, as long as you can afford all of these towers, because this is kind of the minimal amount of defense you'll need. So I go for 3 Apache dart ships, quite expensive, but you will need all of them. I don't even think this is possible with 2 unless you boost. So also I want to mention that you don't need any boost with these defenses that I'm going to show. So of course, if you have a boost left, might as well use it, you'll save a lot of money. I also go for 4 to 5 ice shards and an Arctic wind at the end. Now it's very important here to target the helis on the Moabs. You want to pop the Moabs into ceramics. As soon as that happens, it's going to be a crazy chain reaction, as you can see right there, due to the ice shards and the Arctic wind, and that will instantly clear the screen. So next up we have the Dartling gun, the farm and the glue. Now this is a fairly interesting one. It's quite hard to pull off early game, but late game this can become a really good strategy, as the glue kind of slows down all of the balloons by 50% I believe. So we're playing on all side here, pretty decent map. It's not bad for the Dartling at all, but still you need a lot of defense for this strategy. So I end up getting 2 glue gunners as a 4-2 upgrade. I think balloon liquefier is the name. But yeah, you want those probably on strong, and that kind of covers the entire map. That means the blimps will be glued the entire time. I also get up 4 bads. Now this could vary from each map, so get like 4 to 6 bads, which is like the maxed tier Dartling on the right side. And I go for a crazy amount of powerful darts. I think that's like 5 or 6. Yeah, go for 5 or 6 powerful darts, and you'll see with help to glue, this will actually destroy all of the balloons without using... Actually, I did use the abilities. Yeah, you can use the abilities as well, but I probably would have defended without. And look at that, that was just an annihilation pretty much. Moving on, we have the tack shooter and the wizard. This is a pretty hard defend. You will need some pretty good timing with the abilities, but it can be super cheap. So I go get about 4 to 6 Phoenix abilities. You want to activate them all at once, kind of. I think I end up getting 1 more, just to be safe. I go for a bunch of tack sprayers because they're very cheap and do a lot of damage to the blimps. And once kind of everything's popped down to ceramics and Moabs, you want to activate the maelstroms, which you have on the end of the map. Don't activate them all at once, kind of, you know, wait it out and kind of activate them once all of the balloons are at the end of the map. And as you will see, you will defend pretty easily. Next up, we have the ninja, the beloved ninja, and kind of combining it with the monkey village. This is super cheap. I recommend to go for a bunch of bloon jitsu ninjas and the MIB call to arms. Sorry for the lag right there. But I also go for the sabotage supply lines to slow everything down times 50%, and that's going to be pretty much the easiest defend on this list. Alright, we're going to be finally using the Cobra here. I'm going to combine the Cobra with the mortar and the bomb. Of course, the mortar you'll need for camera detection and the bomb for the main popping power. So I go for roughly 9 to 10 mob maulers. You want to put half of them on strong. Don't put all of them on strong because, as you know, there's going to be some AI balloons. And you kind of need to pop those as well. So once you pretty much pop the ZOMG layer down to BFBs, which will be here any second, you're going to want to use all of the misdirections of the Cobras, and that's going to be a very easy defend. It's going to look very scary most of the time because, yeah, the ZOMG is pretty strong, but look at that, we send them to our opponent, and that's going to be pretty much their problem now. Alright, moving on, we are using the ninja once again, this time combined with the mortar. So this is a pretty good strategy. It used to be one of the best strategies in the game. Essentially what you want to do here is you get up a big one and 2 artillery batteries. So that's kind of the ability of the mortar. You want to get a few sabotage supply lines to slow down the balloons. and just spam ninjas. I get, I think, like 8 to 10 bloon jutsus. And here it's quite crucial to use the mortar abilities at the perfect time. I recommend to use one when the ZOMG pops into BFBs and when they pop into Moabs. So I kind of mess it up here, as you will see. I use it a bit too late, and once the layer breaks down, all of the Moabs kind of lose their stalling. So yeah, that was kind of messed up, but I still ended up defending. It was pretty close, but this is a pretty cheap defend. The big one's gonna clear all of the ceramics, and with the mortar stall and the bloon jutsu, the sabotage supply lines, you're gonna have a lot of time to defend those bloons. Alright, here we have pretty much the easiest defend on the list. It's not gonna be involving any towers, it's actually gonna be involving a power, which is the bloon snipe. This pretty much destroys the strongest bloon on the screen. Can be any bloon. And of course, we have to include the first strike ability of the submarine. Just keep in mind that past round 31 you will need more than one ability, because yeah, the health increases quite a lot. Okay, we're finally going to be using the boat. So the destroy is a very efficient way to pop the ZOMG layer. You will need quite a few. I think I go for about 8 to 9 destroyers. Go for half of them on strong, the rest you want to keep them on first for of course the AI bloons. And I also go for a bunch of glaive lords for round 32. Those bloons are very, very deadly. I have an additional 3, I think those are what, like bionic boomerangs? Or like the ability just in case something happens. And pretty much the most important part of this defend is the monkey pirate. So you want to have 4 ready, preferably. Of course, if you don't have that money, you can micro them. But yeah, you will need 4 to kind of bolt pull the BFBs, and that will be a very easy defend. The main hard part of this strategy is to kind of pop the ZOMG layer. As you can see, once you've popped it, it's going to be a super easy defend. And finally, we have Dart Farm Ace, of course. Here you want to have most of your dart monkeys on strong. Keep like 2, 3 or 4 on first, and you want to activate 2 to 3, even 4 Super Monkey Fan Club abilities. You also want a Spectre at the end of the map to kind of clean up the ceramics and whatnot. Also recommend to maybe go for a Juggernaut to clean up the leads, because they get pretty annoying here, as you will see. And yeah, you kind of just continuously want to use the Super Monkey Fan Club ability, and once the ZOMGs popped into BFBs and Moabs, you want to use 1 or 2 ground 0 abilities. This will get pretty close. Preferably you want to do this in just 1 ground 0, but right here I kind of panicked and I activated a bit too early, so I kind of had to use 2. And yeah, the Spectre is super useful to clean up all the bloons that might leak past. So this was it pretty much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around with my channel. I know I've been gone for a long time, but if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I know a lot of you aren't subscribed yet, so I really appreciate it if you subscribed. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.